everyone, and welcome back to the breakdown. Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 best plugins for Minecraft 1.17.1. These are great plugins that are kind of meant for any Minecraft server, whether it's a SkyBlock server, survival server, vanilla-based server, which true vanilla servers wouldn't have any plugins on them, but basically good plugins for survival, SkyBlock, factions. These are meant to kind of work with anything. That way, they're kind of general, right? If you do want specific server plugins, we do have videos on all of those, but for this video, these are just 5 plugins that really every Minecraft server should be using. And yeah, if you're looking for great plugins, look no further than this list. First and foremost, though, you will need a paper Minecraft server to run your Minecraft plugins on. And the easiest way to start a paper server is with Apex Minecraft Hosting, who just so happens to be the sponsor of this video. Check out Apex at the first link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex. Start your very own 24-hour DDoS-Protected Minecraft server. We actually haven't just Apex so much, we host our own server, play.breakdowncraft.com on them. And on Apex, you can start your paper server in just one click. Literally, just select paper and you're done. That's the difficulty of starting a paper server on Apex. Super simple, super easy. Again, we love and trust them so much, we host our own server there. If you want to start your own server, look no further than Apex. First link down below, the breakdown.xyz/Apex to get your server up and running. But you probably already have some sort of a server if you're kind of finding this video, and if that's the case, let's get into the plugins. The first one on this list is, of course, World Edit, and World Edit is one of the more popular, if not the most popular, plugin out there. Why is that? Because it makes building easier. It allows you to do things like mega spears, and you can even, by the way, build things based on like mathematic complications, which breaks my brain. Like, no way I'm understanding that, but you can do it if you want to figure it out. And it's not super difficult. It's just more difficult than I personally can do. But from that, you can also copy and paste things easily. You can, change blocks very, very quickly. Let's say you want to change a block from, dirt to grass, just like that. You can do that super simply. You can move things using schematics from one server to another. So you can basically copy something in World Edit and then paste it in another using schematics. It is so cool. And World Edit is something that we use all the time on our own server. And every server out there has World Edit. Not only for building, but it does lock into another plugin called World Guard, allowing you to do world protection. So World Edit is on every single Minecraft server out there, and it is something that you must have, even if your players don't have access to it. However, if you do want your players to have access, you can do that and make it to where they can use basically items in their inventory to use World Edit on your server. It's also great on creative servers and all that stuff. World Edit overall is just an amazing mod. It even has a brush where you can literally paint Minecraft using, a brush style tool. There's nothing like World Edit out there, and you need World Edit on your server no matter what. From there, though, what about /shop? This is something that so many servers have and so many servers need, and luckily there's a great shop plugin out there, /shop plugin out there. Shop GUI Plus allows you to host your very own server shop that is super quick and super easily accessible. You just type /shop in game and you can add anything that you want to in there. Now, player shops are becoming more popular on survival servers, and there are a number of great plugins for that, but a true classic /server GUI shop or /shop that you see buy and sell to the server from is still, in my opinion, a great thing to do, and this is the best plugin for it, Shop GUI Plus. All these plugins, including Shop GUI Plus, all the ones we're about to mention, are linked in the description down below, by the way, so go down there and check those out. But Shop GUI Plus allows you to have a customizable GUI shop where you can have different categories, different sections, set your own prices, do anything. If you want to sell anything at all, from enchantments to even commands, you can do that using Shop GUI Plus. As you can sell permissions, thus commands, using Shop GUI Plus and the GUI. No other shop plugin out there is this comprehensive and this great, as well as it's been around a while and is regularly updated, which is something you like to see from all the plugins on this list. You'll see that they're regularly updated, but a lot of the other shop plugins out there aren't regularly updated. Shop GUI Plus is, and it is absolutely incredible. So again, you can check that out in the description down below. Moving on from there, let's look at holographic displays. If you've ever joined a Minecraft server like Breakdown Craft or even Hypixel, any server out there, you'll see over different NPCs floating in the air text, and it's like holographic text. You can kind of see through it, but the text is there, and that is holographic displays. There's nothing super complicated here. You can do cool things like using placeholders to display like player counts and different data from plugins, for example, like jobs data or Shop GUI Plus or balance data, like how much money someone has on the server. You can do all of that stuff with holographic displays, but overall, it's a hologram plugin. It allows you to display information to users on your server floating in the air in a cool way, whether that's using it with something like citizens and putting holograms over different NPCs to return information, like a menu, for example. You put menu over an NPC, you click on the NPC, it opens up the menu. That is something that you can use holographic displays to display the menu over the NPC. All that stuff can be done with holographic displays. And literally, it's something that's on every Minecraft server because it is that integral and that big of a point of being able to like display information to your players. It's invaluable. So that is why holographic display is on this list. If you don't have it on your server, add it to your server and get some holograms running. However, one of the cool things about Minecraft servers is the commands, whether it's commands added by a plugin like Essentials, like, be able to fly or get balance, and economy and all of that, or if it's a custom command, like, I don't know, different lottery things, which you can do with my command, or all sorts of different things. Even if it's just you want to rename a command. You don't want /fly to be /fly. You want it to just be simply /f. That can be done with my command, and that is our next plugin, my command. My command is the next plugin on our list, and this allows you to create pretty much any kind of custom command you want, even if you want a command to have multiple actions. For example, you can make it to where when someone does /kit mythic, for example, they could get a kit, they could actually get like some items or whatever, but they could also get a custom plugin tool using that, right? So you do /kit mythic, and it's going to give somebody a wild tool, like a custom tool that like breaks a ton of blocks around them. For example, like a pickaxe that breaks a 3x3 block around them, as well as a normal Minecraft sword, as well as all this other stuff, all executed in separate commands. But the end user, the player, only runs one command. So you can do multiple things with one command, even running multiple commands with one command that you've created with my command. That was kind of a lot. It's kind of overcomplicated. This plugin is super powerful. You can do so much. You can even create GUIs with this plugin. That's how powerful my command is. However, for the basis of this video, just know that if you want to create some custom commands, my command is there for you. It's a great plugin to do it. We use it. Hundreds of thousands of other servers use it to create their own commands, whether it's commands of aliases, like I said, making /fly /f, or custom commands that link tons of different commands together, or lottery style things, or daily rewards. All that can be done using my command. So yeah, overall, great plugin. Go check it out. And that's kind of all I got. It's just a great plugin that you need to check out if you want to create your own custom commands. From commands, we move on to warps, player warps specifically. Player warps allows your players to create their own warps on the server. You can limit these warps, for example, using permissions. You can say, hey, you can't set more than 5 warps, and that's it, using permissions. Or you can say, hey, you can only set 1 warp, and then, donors, for example, could set 5 warps. You can do different upgrades. You can even add warps using a command in game that is additional to the permission. So if someone can set 5 warps, and then you've done like via in-game /pwarp add, and then added an amount of warps to them, well then guess what? They're going to be able to set 5 warps plus the additional warps that you set to them. Player warps is also super in-depth, allowing players to do things like set custom items in the pwarp GUI for their warps, categorize their warps into different categories that you either set or the predefined ones that the plugin has out of the box. You can even set custom descriptions for the different warps as a player, and of course set your warp name. Now there is the pwarp GUI that's super powerful, and like I said, has categories and all this other stuff that's completely dynamic. But you can also just type pwarp and then the warp name in game to access a warp quickly and easily as well. Anyone who has the permission can set a warp. You can either make that everyone, you can make that no one. It is up to you, and there are very powerful sets of permissions. For example, if for whatever reason you didn't want your players to be able to set a description for a pwarp, well, you can disable that very simply by not giving them the permission to do so. So great plugin, absolutely amazing. It also works with things like SkyBlock, as well as factions, grief prevention, all that stuff to make sure only people who should be able to access stuff can access stuff. And for the example of grief prevention, for example, someone cannot set a warp in another person's claim, right? Someone claimed land, someone can't set a warp there unless they own that claim. And that is just one of the many features and basically links that pwarps has to other plugins. We use this plugin. It is great. Tons and tons of servers have used it. We have an in-depth guide on this as well that's linked down below. So go check out pwarps. It is an incredible plugin for your server. Now, at this point, we have went through 5 plugins. We went through World Edit, we went through Shop GUI Plus, holographic displays, my command, and player warps. But there's 2 additional plugins called these bonuses that I wanted to mention here, and that is going to be Essentials X and Luck Perms. Essentials X, which I mentioned kind of throughout this video, is a must-have. You kind of have to have Essentials X or a plugin like it on your server. It adds so many awesome features. The ability to do things like custom chat, all the way to being able to add in your own server warps with the /warp, not pwarp, /warp command, even things like /spawn, and the ability to ban, unban, and stuff like that is all added via Essentials X. Now, you could use other plugins to accomplish some of this stuff. Even kits, by the way, is added in via Essentials X. Now, Like I said, you can use other commands or other plugins to execute some of these services, but overall, Essentials X covers it all, and it does it pretty well. And that's why I recommend Essentials X to every server owner out there. Get it installed, start using Essentials X. You will not regret it because it's going to add so much more power to your server and your plugins. On top of that, there is Luck Perms, and I've been mentioning permissions throughout this as well, and Luck Perms is the permissions plugin for you. It has an amazing web editor that allows you to easily add permissions outside of Minecraft in a visual GUI style format. Now, you can add permissions in-game as well using commands, and sometimes that can be easier, but it can also be a whole heck of a lot easier when you're editing a ton of permissions to open up a GUI and visualize everything. Make sure you're not adding multiple permissions and things like that. So overall, Luck Perms is a truly incredible permissions plugin. It's the most popular one out there. It is the most up-to-date. It's the most looked at, and it's open source. So should something happen, Luck is the creator of that plugin, stops developing it for whatever reason, doubtful, but if he did, the community could pick it right up, and I know they would because it's so well supported. Huge servers, thousands of players use Luck Perms every single day for their permissions. So there you go. There's our list of 7 actually plugins that you must have on your Minecraft server. If you think we forgot a plugin, let us know in the comments section down below. Come play with us on our own Minecraft server, play.breaktowncraft.com, the best Minecraft server in the universe with 1.17.1 grief protected survival. You absolutely love it. My name is Nick. This has been The Breakdown. Thank you for watching, and I am out. Peace.